Hey Practical Machinists, I'm Katie and we're at PTP Manufacturing in New Berlin, Wisconsin. We specialize in plastic machining, which is something that I don't think you guys have seen too much of, so come on inside and we'll tell you a little bit about the shop and a little bit about our history. This is my dad. His name is Don. He is the owner and the founder and the operator of our machine shop.
So welcome to PTP. I've been in this facility since 2013. However, prior to that, we were in a rental facility for almost 15 years. And prior to that, I worked at a company that was in the water industry, and we had a 3-shift, 24/7 machining operation. We had lathe mills, horizontal machining centers, and prior to that, I worked at a company called Generac. I think everybody's kind of heard of Generac now, but 40 years ago, it was just a little generator company in Waukesha. I can show you a little bit of what we do here at PTP. My desire when I started business was to help injection molding companies who were looking for secondary machining operations that they required on their molded parts. That's primarily how we started business, and from there we've gone into metals, machining from PVC and nylons, Norels, Delrin, bar stock. This is all primarily our plastics. All this is pretty much milling operations. Over here you can see a lot of the turning. We do a lot in families where you can see everything is done similar but in different sizes. We do that here, same different sizes. Over here you can see where we're doing these components here in the same in different sizes. So we have families of parts, which makes us, I'd say, competitive, but also familiar with all the different sizes of the components.
We also do machine metal for some of our customers. They have metal needs and we want to be a one-stop shop for them. So we've machined castings, we've turned metal, and just done a whole lot of different kind of metal operations based on what our customers need.
When you see large parts like this, you go, wow, you don't have a machine that's this big. Well, we were only machining the end on this, so we were creative in our fixturing to create this feature where the part was literally hanging out of the doors on the machine to accommodate the small amount of work that we were doing on the end.
All right, well, why don't we go show them our shop and kind of some of the processes that we have.
So I believe this machine was purchased in about 2005. We purchased it to run one particular job. 5 years later, we purchased another machine. They are very close to identical. All the jobs are interchangeable back and forth. We can come over and look at the brother machining centers. These are drill tap machines. The interesting feature on here is we do have a integrated hydraulic clamping system. So we have integrated pumps on the side for hydraulic clamping of fixtures. Otherwise, the machines have pallets, which makes us efficient in the loading. We have a pallet 1, pallet 2. Here you can see the hydraulic fixtures on here. So you literally just put the parts in there and clamp, and it's ready to run.
An example of what we do on one of our brother mills is we made this little tiny spacer out of the material phenolic, which is kind of a unique material. Because we do plastic machining, we try to cover a wide range of plastic materials, not just PVC or Delrin, which are kind of your common materials, but phenolic is a little bit more unique. And this is a super tiny spacer that we machined for the electrical industry. And we did it flat. We used phenolic sheet, and then we made a fixture and put it into the mill, and the more technical side.
So from here we cut little sheets, and we made, I don't know if we made 4 or 10 of these at a time, and then they came off. And all we had to do was a little bit of deburring around the outside. Otherwise, we made like 2,500 of these.
kind of our key selling points to our customers is that when we machine plastic, which is what we mainly do, we don't have our machines outfitted for coolant really. And so we never have metal chips. We don't have grimy coolant. Our parts come out perfect, clean, which is not necessarily something you would always get if you're on a machine that's constantly running plastic, metal, 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 lots of metal and then a little bit of plastic. So our machines are 95% of the time running plastic only, and we do have one of our Mazaks that we do outfit with coolant for our customers who need metal parts.
These machines are from 1998. This is a 2007 and that's a 2015. We've decreased our cycle times by 40% from that machine to that machine. Our newest addition, which we just acquired and had it started up last week. This is just a vertical machining center. What we do have here is we have 30 inches in Z travel, which is why we purchased this machine, was for what we needed in Z. This machine is set up with a probe, which is something new for us, which we will no longer need to use indicators anymore. You can probe everything. This is also one of our newest pieces of equipment. This is our automatic cutoff saw. It was a great investment. We saved probably 20 man hours a week with this automatic saw. So this machine is an automatic saw which replaces this, which was a manual saw that had to be every part cut by hand, which is now all done automatically.
So we've shown them the shop, the machines, the saw. Why don't we show them a couple of parts, kind of to see what we really do.
Great idea. So this is a perfect example of how we started business and what we do here at PTP Manufacturing. We specialize in secondary machining of injection molded parts. This is a engine housing for Kohler, and this particular housing has a tower. They call it a tower on here, and there was one over here, and we actually machine this off. It lays down this way. We machine that off, and what they do is they use probably thousands of these a day, and we make 100 of these. So they don't change the mold, they just send us the parts to get the modification. We do that on many of our secondary operations. So this is another part where we receive, without these holes in it, and it is processed on our machines. We drill in parts from both sides, we label them, we repox, we relabel, and ship to our customer. So this is made out of 2.5 inch diameter PVC rod. We have our saw that you saw earlier. We cut these into blanks. From there, they're stored in bins until they're scheduled. They go into the lathe, we turn both sides, then it goes into one of the brothers. We put in the 16 drill and tap pipe holes, and we do have a pad printer who does all the decoration. So this corner of the shop floor is our tool crib. Keep all of our fixtures, all of our tooling, everything is drills, taps, all of our cutters, our end mills are all in the drawers. All of our cutters that aren't in the machines are stored up here. So these are all designed with face, chamfer, drill. So these are all custom cutters that were designed, and we have a local carbide grinding company that does them, maybe a bigger one. So here you can see another, it has 2 diameters with a chamfer, and it's all built into one carbide cutter. Because we do machine a lot of plastic, we do not purchase a lot of carbide. Our carbide lasts, in some cases, a tool could last for 5-10 years before we have to remake new ones. I would say 95% of all of our fixtures we make in-house ourselves. We have everything from just plain chucks that we purchase to fully hydraulic fixtures. We also make a lot of master fixtures that have fixture components that we switch on a master fixture to make a family apart. Depends on the abrasivity of the plastic.
All right, well, thanks for coming along on our shop tour. If you'd like to follow us on LinkedIn, we're PTP Manufacturing. and our website is www.ptpmanufacturing.com.
Thank you.